girl, we both know. I'm so addicted to you, girl. You got me blown, and I'm so high, 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 and I'm so high.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to my new Big 3 and Beyond with Josh Lou. This is my fourth show. I'm glad y'all joined me. You know, you can catch me on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. I love this new Bud Light and Clamato. I think Budweiser's got one too. This is I love this great flavor. Now they got the picante spicy one, you know what I mean? Anyways, it's a beautiful day. It's July 1st, a new month. Got a lot to talk about. You know, let's go ahead and talk about the main things we're going to talk about. Let's go overview. The main thing right now is Dwight Howard. You know, free agency just started. Midnight passed last night with the whole Rockets crew. So we definitely got to touch up on that and what the Rockets have done to get everything set up to get him. And and also we'll talk about their draft pick they got, the one they got in the second round, Isaiah Cannon. Looks like he's going to be a good player. And number 2, the Astros on another losing streak again. They've lost 3 in a row. They lost to I'm sorry to say, I'm an Angels fan. I'm from Orange County too, so I'm with that Texas to Cali thing. But they lost 3 in a row. It looks like these fielding mistakes is not going away, and they happen to do them at the worst possible time. Number 3, we're going to talk more about Aaron Hernandez's troubles. Like he's going to be sitting in that jail cell for a while until, the trial starts up. And it's looking pretty grim for him right now. But you know what? He's an adult. He made these mistakes. So I don't feel sorry for him. Number 4, we're going to talk about Wimbledon. And there's another huge upset today. Serena Williams lost to Sabine Lisicki earlier. She was 23rd ranked, German. And most people thought Serena Williams was going to win again. Well, she lost again, so it's another upset at Wimbledon. And then the last thing we're going to talk about is Brazil beating Spain 3-0 in the Confederations Cup. So we're going to talk about that, and of course we got my shout outs. All right, so let's go and start with Dwight Howard, which is the big thing everybody's talking about on sports talk. Everybody's talking about it at work. Everybody's talking about Dwight Howard. Like I said, free agency started last night, so he met up with the whole Rockets contingent, the owner, the GM Daryl Morey, Kevin McHale, with the Rockets players, and he met with the legends. I mean, they came with their big guns. They came with the Akeem Olajuwon, Akeem the Dream. He came with the Clyde Drexler. And so they all met up with Dwight Howard in LA last night. We are the front runners. Yes, Houston, we are the front runners. Whether y'all like Dwight Howard or not, at least got to admit he is a good player. Yeah, he could work more up on his post game. I think Kevin McHale could help him with that. And Akeem Olajuwon might show him some stuff. He'll volunteer some time to help out Dwight Howard. If it helps out our team here, he's for the city. If it helps us out like that, then more power to him. So yeah, we are the front runner. The main reason is because he likes the nucleus, the players we have, James Harden and Chandler Parsons. It's just the up and down game, fast-paced up and down game that the Rockets play. Like I said, if Dwight Howard comes here, we're gonna be contenders. I'm not saying we're gonna go all the way and beat the Heat and everything, but we're definitely gonna be contenders. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely fits with the Rocket system. Now the other teams that are vying for Dwight Howard's services too is of course it's gonna be the Mavericks, the Warriors. The Warriors probably not. They gotta get a sign and trade deal with the Lakers, and they still gotta get some more cap space. The Mavericks, I mean, he said he's shown interest in going to Dallas. Mark Cuban's a hell of a salesman, though. He could maybe, you know what I'm saying? He could sell, ice cream to Eskimos, so you just never know. But they're an aging team. They got Dirk Nowitzki, yeah, but they're an aging team. We got a young nucleus right here, and if he wants to win sooner, then he's going to come to the Rockets. So that's the argument that goes our way, that tips our way in Houston. It's that, and like I said, the Warriors, like I said, they have to get a sign and trade with the Lakers, and of course the last team would be the Lakers. And right now, even with Kobe Bryant, they don't have a championship team. I mean, they just don't have it. And I just think that Dwight Howard wants to get out of LA. It's too much of a microscope over there. It's a little more chill over there. So, the Rockets said they've cleared salary cap for Dwight Howard. They traded their young prospect that they got from Sacramento in February this past year. This NBA season, Thomas Robinson, who they're trying to trade. Well, they traded him to the Portland Trail Blazers for 2 second-round picks. So that cleared about $5 or $6 million right there. And they also cut much loved point guard. I liked him too. They cut Aaron Brooks, of course, and they cut Carlos Delfino. Now they're also looking at making a trade for Omar Asik and Jeremy Lin. Lin mainly because Morey has confidence in getting a good quality point guard somewhere in the league, through the draft or through a trade or whatever. Morey's shown good judgment in getting a point guard. Plus, Lin's contract is way too much for his talents. I mean, unless he was an elite level point guard, then he'd be worth that $8, $9, $10 million. You remember that third year is balloons way too much. So that's why of course, the Knicks didn't want to, match the Rockets' offer last year. So, and I also heard that the Rockets might be going after Josh Smith if we get Howard. Could you imagine that? That would make us a serious contender. I'm saying serious contender within this next season. So like I say what you want to say about Dwight Howard. LaMarcus Aldridge is also out there, but we're getting off the subject. Dwight Howard's a great player, and he should be close to 100% healthy since his shoulder surgery last year. So we'll see. We should know about another 7 to 10 days. That's what Howard said. He'll make a decision probably at the end of this week. So I hope we get him. I'm really excited. Now the Rockets also took the Murray State guard Isaiah Cannon in the second round, which was a 34th pick in the draft this past weekend. Now he's a great shooter, and he's got good handles. He's very fast, and he could be the future for our point guard. Especially if we get rid of Lin, at least have him come on off the bench if he really impresses Mikal and the crew. So we'll see what happens. Let's go and move on to the Astros. The Astros lost again yesterday, 3-1 against my LA Angels. They got swept at home. Josh Hamilton has been coming on strong lately, for sure. He had doubled a go-ahead run in the 8th inning and scored on shortstop Jake Elmore's overthrow, which brought in Josh Hamilton to make it 3-1. That was pretty much it. You know what the crazy thing is? The Astros pitching has been actually pretty solid, but not enough timely hitting and these fielding errors at the wrong possible time have really cost us quite a really big chunk of the losses for the Astros. Our pitching's been solid with Bud Norris and Bedard, and we got a lot of prospects coming, but we'll be better in a few years, Astros fans. So just be patient. I know it's been a long time, so time is coming. Trust me. The third thing we're going to talk about Aaron Hernandez. This is going to go on for a while, okay? I mean, to me, it's really sad. I'm not a Patriots fan or nothing like that. Just, he's going to be sitting in jail at that Bristol County House of Corrections for a while. If you didn't know, he was denied bail after requesting an appeal last week. Now the authorities are saying that Odin Lloyd was killed because he knew too much about Hernandez's connection with the double murder in Boston last year, which would make sense. Also, this past Friday, 2 other men were in the car with Hernandez before Odin Lloyd got shot were in custody. One's charged with illegally carrying a gun, the other one's charged with accessory after the murder. Their names is Carlos Ortiz. He's the one that is that was in close to Boston where Hernandez stayed. And the other guy is Ernest Wallace, who surrendered in Florida that same day. So there's Hernandez and these two other guys. So, probably going to be one or two, probably other guys beside Hernandez are probably going to turn on Hernandez. They want to get the big fish, Hernandez. And, on top of this double murder, it's not going to be he's not going to be getting out anytime soon. But the thing is, I feel bad for Aaron Hernandez's little daughter, who will not have a father now. The evidence is just stacking up against Aaron Hernandez, But just the fact that he turned off his home surveillance system and he smashed his phone and he had a professional cleaning crew, I mean, that speaks for itself. That's guilt right there, written all over his forehead. And then another sidebar is that this is pretty sick. Aaron Hernandez jerseys are going for double now on eBay, which doesn't surprise me. People like it like a bad boy persona, whatever, and plus, they're gonna be no more, so they're gonna be more rare, because they ain't gonna make any more Aaron Hernandez jerseys. In fact, the Patriots are trying to get all the Patriots fans to swap out their Hernandez jerseys with whatever, even if it's a Tebow jersey. Imagine that. So, anyways, we'll see what happens with that. He's gonna be in court, and he's probably gonna be looking a long time in jail. Another thing I was gonna say, I don't even have it on my thing. He had to get separated from the general prison population because of his celebrity and like that. So right now they got him in the medical part right there. He's only getting 1 hour of outside the jail cell. So they're still to be determined whether they're gonna put him in the general population. So we'll see. The fourth thing we'll talk about, like I said, Serena Williams, huge upset today at Wimbledon. She lost to Sabine Lisicki in 3 sets, 6-2, 1-6, 6-4 in the fourth round, and also ended her career best 34 match winning streak. Now after Serena Williams dropped the first set, she got on a roll, winning 9 straight games to take a 3-0 lead in the third set. But then Lisicki came back to tie it at 4 all, make it, what I'm saying? But then she broke Serena, and then she won on her serve to win the match. But Serena did not serve like she usually does. She did not have that usual dominant serve, and she started playing too cautious in the third set whenever Lisicki started coming back on her. You can't be playing too cautious even against somebody that's not on your level, and that's what happens. It backfired. Now I remind you that Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal were out in the first week. Also, Victoria Azarenka and Maria Sharapova are gone too. All the favorites are gone. So this is crazy. I never seen a Wimbledon like this. This is crazy. Alright? So probably going to see Andy Murray and Novak Djokovic in the men's championship. But who knows at this point, right? And for the women, there might be another American lady in the finals, but it's not going to be Serena Williams. It might be Sloane Stephens. You never know. But this will definitely be an interesting week for Wimbledon, for sure. The last thing we'll talk about is Brazil beat Spain 3-0 in the Confederation Cup at home. Even though they won, this ain't their big prize. Brazil's really focusing on the big prize, which is the World Cup next year, which is actually, they're playing at home too. And also they got the Summer Games in 2016. So they got all this stuff going on. A little side note, Neymar Fred won the Golden Ball, which is the same as like MVP for NBA, whatever. He's like really awesome. He scored like 3 or 4 goals. This guy is a stud. He's like definitely one of the best not just the best, one of the best in turn, but one of the best in the world. Remember that name from Brazil, Neymar. Alright? But anyways, despite them winning the finals, there was a lot of outside protesters that clashed with the police on that final night. You got over 100,000 people over there in that country that are starving and are on the streets, while the country spends billions of dollars with the Olympics coming in a few years. So you know what? Just giving you a heads up. If it gets much worse, they might have to move the Summer Games to another location, maybe in America or somewhere in Europe. So you never know. Just giving you a heads up. Let me go and give you my shout outs real quick. Give you my shout outs. First of all, I gotta give my shout out to Daryl Morey from the Rockets GM. Man, I think he's doing an awesome job. You know, not only the fact that he could get, he don't have to be a high pick like Chandler Parsons, a second-round pick. Budinger from a few years back, he can get a good player out of a second round. And the way he finagled to get James Harden, you know what I'm saying? We were getting ready to go all crazy to get Dwight Howard and all that the year before. That would have just totally been a total disaster. But now we're set up now. We're prime. We got Harden. We got Parsons now, like I said. And we are the front runners to get Dwight Howard. And I'm really, really excited about it. I got some people that I work with and other people saying, oh, we don't need Dwight Howard. Don't like his attitude or whatever like that. You know what? I think he's going to come here. He's going to come here. He wants to win a ring. He's got something to prove. Remember that. So I'm going to give a shout out to Daryl Morey. If he pulls a steal, you got it going on. I say let's do this for sure. Let me give you another shout out. I'm going to give a shout out to all the strippers out there. You know what I'm saying? Not the ones that are strung out on drugs and stuff like that. I'm talking about the ones that, you know what I'm saying, whether they got kids or not, you know, trying to hustle. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make a living. They ain't trying to get no work at McDonald's or work some little place where it's going to take them forever to make some money. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like the ones that are cool, that are actually, you know, not just trying to come up to you, hey, you want to dance? Like, you know, as soon as you check them out, whatever, just come up to you, like, hey, you want to dance? I like the ones that come up and say, hey, what's going on? Can I join there? You know what I'm saying? Have a conversation. Because there be a lot of guys going over there, not just, you know, boom, 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 want to dance or whatever, or take them home. There be some guys be lonely, just want to have some good conversation. Not saying that I am. I'm just saying, I like strippers that are cool, you know, they're making the money, but they're just cool. There's them kind of strippers, you know what I'm saying? I love strippers. You know what I'm saying? Definitely love strippers. And then my last shout out, I'm giving a shout out to my father in California, Mr. G. People know him. All students call him Mr. G. You know what? He didn't raise me nothing like that, but ever since I met him, he never ever turned his back on me. And when I needed to go out there and live out there, back in 2000, whatever, you know what? He took me in, and I had a lot of problems and all that. Even though it didn't work out, you know, I still come out there. He flies me out there, and we go out and have a good time. We both have a passion for sports and all that. You know, and he's been through a lot. You know, he was diagnosed with melanoma cancer and all that. I'm not gonna get the details, but he fought it. He survived it. He changed his whole diet and everything. So I love my dad to death. Even though he didn't raise me, I always gonna love my mom, number one, because she raised me, you know what I'm saying, pretty much by herself. But I gotta give love to my dad. So let's go ahead and get back to it, jamming. Back to my Bud Light Chelada, you know what I'm saying. Might get to my Picante next. We got much to talk about. Hopefully next time we'll be talking about Dwight Howard signing, inking a 4-year deal over here for like, so they could be like $88 million. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully the Astros start winning. And we'll see what happens if Sloane Stephens gets into Wimbledon in the final. And, you know what I'm saying, let's rock it, you know what I'm saying. By the way, this one, I'm So High, I'm going to redo this song that we're jamming right now. Peace out, and see you next week on Big 3 and Beyond with Josh Lou. Peace.